Welcome to Bealtaine Cottage, the home of goddess permaculture. These are some photographs of Bealtaine Cottage at the very beginning of what's become known as the Bealtaine Project. And this is about full restoration of Mother Earth and caretaking of the regeneration. Come down to check on the progress of the fairy thorn, and there's now 5 stems which are showing signs of very vigorous life, which is wonderful. I'm just, to say I'm thrilled is is an understatement, it really is, because to see 5 of the stems, and I think there's multiple stems in this ancient old tree, but to see 5 of them with such vigorous growth, and as I look, I think I'm seeing 6. Yeah, there's 6, because I'm stood at a different angle now. So it's been a success. I had to cut it back in order to save its life because it was falling over, and it looks as though it's thrilled to be coming back because it's just so vigorous looking. So I've cleared all the area around the tree now. There was a lot of dead wood which I'd left just to drop and to sort of fertilise the area over the years, but I thought now it's time, with the regeneration of the fairy thorn, to clear the area underneath, to let the sun get to it, to let the light get to it. There's some ferns coming up. I've planted another tree. I have another 2 trees to plant. I've got a beautiful holly tree which my friends Terry and Lol brought for me, so that's going to go in here near the fairy thorn. Not too near, but near enough to be a companion and not near enough to be any kind of a threat to its own environment. There's still a lot of wood to be gathered up down here. There's log piles, as you see in the photographs, and then there's also kind of a brushwood stack as well. And then there are other stacks of wood which I shall leave down here until Samhain. I'll come down and I'll forage during Samhain to take some wood up for the Samhain fire. There are so many ferns down here now. I'm just trying to find the words for it because I get very emotional when I come down here. I feel so utterly grounded here in the fairy wood that it makes me feel sad and happy all at the same time. Sad that for much of my life I didn't experience this. Happy for the sheer joy of experiencing it now. I don't think I've ever been this content in my entire life. And when I say content, it's not a contentment that I bring with me indoors. It's a contentment that I get when I'm out here, looking up at the trees as I'm looking now and seeing all the little insect life in the air, seeing all the beautiful, magical, enchanting, mysterious growth all around my feet, the different kinds of ferns, the tiny, tiny creeping euphorbia, the primroses and orchids and bluebells and wild carrot and tiny little seedling trees everywhere. This earth, this beautiful, magical, incredible earth is pushing up life. And absolutely in spite of the world of man, almost as though this life all around my feet was totally ignorant of the world of man, couldn't see it. It is a universe all on its own, like a parallel universe. And it is just so amazing. And walking through the fairywood, there's a continual lump in my throat. And as I'm walking, there's birds just coming down onto branches, and they're in their own world too. Although sometimes they look, and I can see them looking at me, so they're aware of me. And maybe they're the ones who tell the trees that there are these strange beings around called humans. It's so beautiful, it's so amazing. And as I always say, to describe something as magical for me is to use a word that sums up all that I don't understand. We understand so little. We're so arrogant and stupid. All Bealtaine Cottage books are printed here in Ireland, not offshored or uploaded to Amazon or any other corporation. They're printed in Ireland and they're posted from Ireland. And I do all the work here myself. This is best practice permaculture. This is not being a hypocrite and saying I practice permaculture and then have my books printed and delivered by Amazon. It's truly local, 100%.